Welcome back, guys, to another episode here of the Endless Growth Podcast. Here with Alex. We're on episode 31 today, man.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're hearing us.
Yes, indeed. I just want to give a little disclaimer. I got sick over the weekend, so I kind of have a stuffy nose. So I apologize for the listeners out there. I may be Alex is standing really far from me. We got 6 feet apart. But yeah, if I be sniffing here and there, but I'll try to cut the mic off for that. So, but yeah, just a little heads up.
Yeah, we got you, bro. We understand. You know what I'm saying. So I think last time you were here, I don't think you mentioned it on the pod, but you had like some initial symptoms.
Oh yeah, man, I was
So
feeling it. Yeah, I think it all started with the house window tint we did. The whole family, not the whole family, but the kids were sick when we were there.
oh
We were,
shit, that's where you think you got it?
we were trapped in that house for like 5 hours tinting. You just hear
Damn.
kids coughing over there, sneezing over there. We're just like shit.
Nah, yeah, that was definitely airborne, bro. That's probably where you got it for real.
Yeah, but yeah, it is
Okay.
what it is. It's prone to happen. It's actually been a minute that I actually got like sick, honestly. So,
Okay.
but that's one thing I learned that I haven't like had to deal with in a while. Because, excuse me, I've been sick when I was a small business, but as now that I've gotten bigger, that like you have employees, you have like pretty much a full on schedule. I haven't got sick, and thankfully I haven't like had a bad time. But this happened, and yeah, I had a. Luckily, it all kind of worked out. But I was like, holy shit, like it sucks because you can't just like not show up, like call in, like hey, I'm not feeling good. Like my ass still had to show up and figure shit out. But
Yeah, that is actually kind of crazy that you're the dude getting the shit done. It's not like you could be, hey boss, I'm not gonna come in,
no,
like fuck, damn.
yeah, my worker had to tell me to go home. He's like, yeah, just go home, bro. Like you look like shit. I was just I was deadly sick pretty much Friday. Saturday probably hit me the worst, but yeah, we gotta figure it out. It kind of worked out. Because Friday my dog had she got spayed,
Mm,
and Saturday they were doing the parking lot here. So I've already kind of had a few days like taken off for stuff like that. So it
yeah.
didn't hit me that hard, but yeah, it would have sucked if it was like one of those like crazy busy like big projects and you just catch a cold and then you're
Damn,
screwed. So
bro. Yeah, I can't imagine that. Just
yeah,
definitely stress you out. Okay.
something to think about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I guess moving forward, is that maybe something like you'll consider like, damn, maybe I shouldn't be like too booked just in case something happens to me, or is it just like fuck it, like we'll figure it out?
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of just figure it out. I feel like it gets to a point where if you have your guys trained good enough,
Mm-hmm.
they should be able to handle it all.
Mm.
But yeah, I guess if you are like, let's say something worse, like you ended up like in the hospital.
Oh
At
shit.
that point, shit, that would suck. I'm not sure. I'm sure clients would understand, but yeah, it's something you definitely don't plan for, I guess, and
Yeah.
you really can't.
You're right though. They would understand, but that like business would obviously still be fucked. So
Oh yeah.
okay.
But,
Well,
yeah.
hope you know. Well, yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
just keep doing your thing. Keep eating, a little chicken noodle soup or whatever. And yeah, shit, we'll get you back up to par.
Hell yeah, man. That's all we can do.
Exactly, bro. Hell yeah. Well, glad to be back for another week. Again, like my boy Edgar said, episode 31, which is kind of crazy to even say, to be honest with you. I'm still kind of
Yeah.
trying to grasp onto that. Like, damn, okay. But yeah, just here, keep improving and stuff like that. But well, yeah, well, you kind of told me about your weekend. You were essentially sick, but I think off camera you let me know you actually even came sick on Sunday, right?
Yeah, so yeah, Friday my dog, we took it to get her surgery done, picked her up, and then kind of just was in and out of work, figuring stuff out. I had to get all the vehicles out that I was supposed to deliver for Saturday, because the parking lot was going to be shut down for the parking lot. They're pretty much like retarring the parking lot and repainting the lines and stuff. So I had to plan all that. So I came Saturday or Friday right after like I was like somewhat feeling better, and then
Haven't you said that like they've been doing that for a minute though? Because I remember you said that you were detailing Johan's car and they were doing some shit to the so what the fuck are they
so
doing
it's
out
a
here?
process. I figured out. I thought it was like all in one, but yeah. So at first, I guess they come and they fill in the cracks. So if like there's like cracking in the asphalt,
Okay.
they fill that in with like just like basically it's like tar. Uh,
Okay. Yeah,
those
that
lines you
little
see on the
slimy
road.
ass material. Okay.
Exactly. So they do that first. They let that settle, and then usually I imagine like if they have like 3 days with the parking lot, they could probably get it done at once. I'm not
Okay.
sure why the hell they didn't do that, but
Yeah, just get that out of the way.
yeah. So they did that one time, And then when we were on our trip, they were supposed to do the blacktop, which is like basically the whole thing already, and paint the lines.
Gotcha.
And it was raining that day, so they didn't get that done. So then we had to reschedule it. Well, they reschedule it, and then they just let me know this Saturday was going to be the day. So yeah,
That's crazy, bro. It's kind of like another reminder to, I guess, to even myself, just like, damn, like there's so many things out there that I have no clue about.
oh yeah,
Like, what the hell?
there's so much shit,
Like,
man.
that's its own business too. I would assume so. Like, people come through because I don't think that yeah, it's definitely not the city. That's not the street.
No,
It's like literally a
that's the
parking lot.
landlord. Yeah, I mean, shout out to him too for keeping it cool because a lot of like businesses, their parking lots, yeah,
Straight shit, bro.
yeah, straight potholes, just like they don't give a shit. So yeah, shout out to him keeping it nice and clean for us, and it just makes it more presentable for my customers too. And
Hmm.
so
No, yeah, I definitely pulled up and I was like, oh hell yeah, because me personally, I don't know why, just like good lines and shit like that. Because even here in Utah, our lines suck, bro.
oh yeah,
Like if you ever like freaking driving and it's raining, snowing, you could barely see the freaking lines. It's
yeah,
like what the freak are we doing here? So, but yeah, hopefully they bring
shit's a safety.
oh for sure the frick, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully they bring that crazy whatever reflective paint. I'm not too sure if this is still accurate, but I remember when I was like younger, I don't know, maybe in middle school, I was like going through like some random textbook, and they said that the thing that makes that paint reflective
Yeah.
is some type of like algae or bacteria in the ocean, like the
No way.
ocean floor type shit.
Really?
And that shit, I remember as a kid, just kind of like stuck with me for some reason. So again, I'm not too sure if that's what they do it, or if maybe there's like a synthetic way of doing it. But I was like, yo, what the hell? Like,
Hmm.
I guess they're just kind of utilizing just different resources from all over the, I
That's
guess
kind
the
of
world in
interesting.
that point.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think. I would have thought it would just been like glitter or some shit.
Yeah, like
But
the
even
hell.
then, like, where does glitter come from? It's like,
That's a good point.
but yeah, man. So yeah, we got a new parking lot now here.
Hell yeah.
That was kind of my Saturday, and then Sunday I just had to come in to just catch up from Friday. Usually I've been taking Saturdays off and Sundays, but Friday I was gone. So came in Sunday, worked, kind of trying to recover from being sick, and then yeah, that was kind of it for my weekend. Nothing too crazy. Watched a lot of movies. Um,
Oh hell yeah.
just yeah, just
Anything that stood out? I'm sorry. This is just for me because I'm
yeah.
being a little selfish because
What's up?
I ain't gonna lie. I did want to watch a movie. I watched it. It was called Morbius. Straight most dog shit movie I've ever seen in my life, bro. Straight trash. I was like, what the fuck? So I just want to ask you like a little like I guess off
Yeah,
topic,
yeah.
like if you watched anything new that's cool that I should
I did
watch real
watch a
quick.
new movie that was like new to me. It was I. It was called Last Scene. Um,
Hmm.
just a little summary, I guess. This guy and his wife. I guess he's taking her to her parents' house because they need a break. So they're kind of both like on the edge, when
Oh,
it's
some relationship
that
shit,
weird shit.
some realistic shit. Okay,
Get to the gas station, put gas. She never makes it back out. At
Jesus
this point,
Christ.
like he's like, "Oh shit, where's my wife?" And then she's probably like, "Fuck, like I just got kidnapped." So at this point, it kind of brings them together, and there's a whole journey of him trying to get her back. And yeah, so don't want to spoil too much, but
Okay, okay.
it's
Well, if it's all right, yeah. But I feel that's a cool topic to even maybe like expand on because I feel like what you just said is pretty important. They were both put in a difficult scenario,
mhm,
which then prompted them to work together and that unified them.
yeah,
Because I've heard like that basically that same topic kind of reoccurring.
mhm.
I remember, I think it was our old coach actually, bro, for soccer. I
Oh
remember,
yes, Raymond.
yeah, I remember seeing his a Facebook post once. And he's essentially saying that like he was in the freeway, someone like crashed or flipped over or something like that,
Yeah,
and then hella people got out, obviously to help. And he was just surprised by the amount of people that were there, like basically the teamwork, and they all basically were able to accomplish something together. But it wasn't until there was a problem or like basically troubling times that they were actually able to do that and all kind of
mm,
work together. Like obviously, if that would have never happened, that scenario would have never happened. It'd probably been like whatever, right?
yeah,
So it's kind of cool to see that like sometimes like it kind of does suck. Like obviously difficult times, no one wants to go through that, but it could actually bring people together. Like even like movements, like usually something bad happens. Maybe people start protesting, they come together, and now you basically have like a bond with someone.
yeah,
So it's like, holy shit, like it's just kind of cool how, sometimes movements or people could come together.
yeah, yeah. I mean, just happened. I mean, 9/11. But I heard. I mean, I don't remember. We were young as hell when that shit happened. But I remember people
Yeah.
talking about it. Like it brought like the U.S. like together. Like everybody
Mm,
was like so united. Like as far as like the citizens here. Um, but yeah, it is true. But yeah, that movie kind of like I was like, oh shit, like even when you think like shit's bad, like just think of I don't know, it could be worse, I guess. But yeah, it was a pretty good movie. Um, and then I just watched like some other ones that I've already seen, like
Some repeats.
yeah, but nothing too crazy.
Okay, okay. Well, thank you for sharing that because
Yeah,
now
man.
I kind of have in my head like, shit, like if I ever want to, I don't know, maybe strengthen a relationship, maybe we could go do some teamwork or something, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's sometimes that's what some companies do actually, like some business companies or even like sales outings. They actually do group activities. Maybe it's like a team versus another team,
Hmm.
and that way you kind of learn to obviously work together and obviously just share experiences and bonds, which brings them together. And back when and then when you go back to the office, start working and shit, it's like you have that bond that now you're working together, and
Uh-huh.
it kind of translates into the whole business or work aspect of it. So
That is true. Yeah.
yes, it's kind of cool. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Well, it's
Okay.
cool you extract that shit out of that because
Yeah,
sometimes
I'm,
I
I'm
don't,
just trying to learn
I don't, I
shit.
don't be breaking shit down all the way. But I mean, I take stuff out of things, but
Hmm.
um, yeah, you got me on that one. That was a whole,
This guy.
that's something else. But no, it's true though. It's facts, bro. Like,
Mhm.
because when you break it down like that, like it is true. Like sometimes bad situations like bring out like the best of you, and sometimes
Yeah.
it's needed to have that. It's like shitty and bad situations, I guess.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. And that kind of I want to pivot into like it was an interview I was watching. Shout out like I've his name's Jay Shetty. He's like I guess an old dude that was a monk. Honestly, I would recommend watching his stuff. Really kind of more in like insightful awareness philosophy type of material. But he was interviewing the CEO of Airbnb.
Okay.
And that dude just seemed like so cool, bro. He's like he's 41 years old. He's like a billionaire. But he was just saying the coolest, crazy shit on like the podcast that and he was being basically kind of like so vulnerable. I think that's what kind of like stood out to me, that he was just kind of like letting everything go. But he basically was just saying that sometimes you have to reach like rock bottom, or you don't even have to. Sometimes it takes for you to hit rock bottom. Maybe not just financially, maybe it's a relationship or another area of your life for you to be like, oh shit, like maybe I need to go, and like it's kind of like a realization, like an epiphany where you have to be like, yo, I need to focus more time on that
Yeah.
specifically. But then he also said like, why do we have to wait for that to happen? Like, let's just become aware of these like situations and kind of kind of start working towards them. So it's just something I kind of took away where I'm like, shit, like I don't want to wait for some bad thing to happen for me to be like, oh shit, like I should have spent more time with that person, or I should have been doing this, and now they're no longer here.
Yeah.
So it just kind of gave me a sense of like, yo, like, because at the end of the day, you don't know what you really have until that shit is gone. And I've really like have that into grasp now.
Yeah.
I think today that's why this is on top of my head. I was just really reflecting on this because I was kind of having like a down day. But it's like, bro, like, yeah, the day kind of sucks. But if you think of like everything, like, I don't know, I'm like really blessed. But it's not until like I'm maybe removed from that scenario, or let's say something happens where I'm like, damn, like I was really lucky. And at the moment, the present time, I wasn't actually being grateful or actually enjoying it. So that's when I was like, shit, like, why am I like this? It's mostly humans. We just get accustomed to things and are ungrateful. So it's sometimes good to just kind of reflect and have some gratitude, because then it kind of just I don't know, grounds you in a bit. And
Yeah.
it's like it's just more realistic too, though. Because this whole other shit of not knowing what you have and don't have is you're kind of, I don't know, almost kicking it under the rug and forgetting about it. But it's like, yo, you got to kind of acknowledge it. And then obviously, if you have gratitude, you just experience life way better. You're just more
Yeah.
happy and shit like that. So I don't know, just
Yeah.
something from a bad start, because we all have bad days.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't talk about either. Like it's always cool and all that, because even like from the outside, like I'll just kind of analyze you. Oh shit, we got Edgar out here, drives cool whips. He got a business. He's really successful. Like damn, like hell yeah.
Yeah.
But on your end, you're probably like, hell yeah, I do all that and all that. But you obviously have like bad days where you like, fuck, like maybe you're
100%.
stressing out with the business thing, maybe some other stuff that we aren't even aware of,
Yeah.
that we all go basically through experiences and bad days, including myself too, where we're just like, shit, like no one has a perfect life. Like we're all going and just I don't know,
Oh,
bro.
for sure. No, we all got our own shit. Shit, even like this weekend, bro. Like being sick and being at home. Like
Yeah,
I don't know me. I feel like if I'm not, my girl, she's reading a book right now. Fuck, wish I can remember the title, but it's something
yeah.
pretty much like fuck, I'm gonna butcher it up. It's like pretty much like realizing, like overthinking shit, almost in a way. I
Mm,
forget the title of it. It's like so obvious, but
mm,
um, and one of the things was like when you're like a kind of person that worries a lot, it's better to keep yourself busy, so you don't
mm.
worry. And I feel like me when I'm not like doing shit, like I start worrying.
Ah, shit.
And when I'm at home, like sick or some shit, I'm like at that point my fucking head just starts going, and like I don't know, you just fucking get in your zone. You get all fucking depressed and shit. You're just there.
Jesus Christ.
It's just like a day or two, but you're just like, get me the fuck out of here, get back to
Yeah.
work. But
Do you like it like that, or would you rather prefer like that you maybe learn that like yo maybe like an on and off switch
yeah,
maybe, or was it maybe because you were sick that you were just like damn like I'm gonna be missing out on work and then that was stressing you out?
not even that. I think yeah, one thing is that it sucks. You're sick, and then you're just thinking like, fuck, like I need to be doing this. I'm more behind now, and you kind of just start overthinking shit. But yeah, I mean, is that kind of what you're asking in a way? Like, it's not
Yeah,
really.
I
Yeah,
guess in a sense, yeah. I was just kind of more like, damn. I basically I just don't want you to go like home after you're done working and shit, or maybe even like on a day off,
oh yeah.
and just being like, fuck, like
No, it's.
you know.
I think it was more just being sick and at home for like that long. It's like
Okay,
shit, like, and then thinking like I'm just getting behind. I think that was more
got
it.
you, got you, got you, got you.
But no, it's just shit. Like we all have our up and downs, you know. It's not just always like
Oh,
smooth. Like
100%.
it's not like what you see from the outside, like you just said, you know, all the other shit. Um, but yeah, then it's just as a business owner, fuck, there's just so much shit too. Because when you hire someone, you're basically taking the responsibility to put food on their table too, you know, and their
That's true.
families and take care of them. And it's just not just you anymore at that point. It's taking care of your own shit, plus taking care of somebody else and your customers and have them, you know, be happy because at the end of the day, they're the ones that keep bringing the business back to you. It's
That's
like
true.
they're the ones doing the marketing for me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing a good job and they're the ones doing the work for me, basically keep the people coming back. So, but yeah, it's just shit like that. So then all that comes into play when you're not doing shit. You're like, I'm just at home doing
Shit.
nothing. And like, am I going to get better by Monday or is this shit going to keep rolling and keep fucking stacking up? So
Got you.
it's just shit like that.
Just transpires into a bunch of other bad thoughts like damn, this and this and this.
Yeah. It's all
That's
mental for sure, though. It's not
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's not something like, it's like, oh, I'm living in a fucking miserable life. Like, it's definitely just like a little phase thing.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, man.
Okay. Well, if anything, like, or I guess with the whole philosophy shit, I guess I've been reading is a lot of our worries. I'd say like maybe 90% of them, they're all like basically like 90% of them are actually even like really justified because they don't really even happen.
Yeah.
Like maybe we don't even have enough information yet. And then obviously maybe a week or two goes by and it's like, oh, damn, I was literally worrying last week about this shit
Yeah.
and I was literally just wearing it for no reason. So I think that basically the concept of kind of what I learned there is why worry is like, especially if you don't have like the information, because you even if it does happen, I guess you could see it in two ways. On one hand, you worry and it doesn't happen. In that case, you literally worry for nothing, right?
Yeah.
Like what the hell was the point?
Yeah.
And on the other hand, you worry and it actually does happen. So it's like you're basically adding more hurt
If you
to
do
what's
that,
already
you're really
gonna.
gonna fuck yourself. Yeah,
So you're basically just like inflicting more pain,
for sure.
just unnecessary pain to yourself. So it's kind of like if there's something you can do, obviously control it. But let's say, for example, you're sick and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what can you do, bro? Like,
No,
you're
hundred
sick.
percent. And
You
I
know what I'm
even
saying?
I preach on this to my girl all the time. Like
Let me know.
you only have control. Like you don't have control over this. So it's just like it is what it is. But you know, fucking your mind gets the better of you sometimes. You
Yeah,
know.
it's definitely like something you have to work on for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like almost like a muscle, kind of like it's like a weird thing.
Yeah. But yeah, you're 100% right. It's like you have no control of it. It's like what? And today I had a little scenario with some vinyl today. I had a customer drop a
Mm,
car off. I'm expecting for everything to go smooth. He's expecting everything to go smooth. Um, and who would have known that the further down you went in the roll, like
yeah,
the smaller the roll got, the material was fucked up.
got
You
you.
would have never fucking unrolled the whole roll just to see the inside.
Yeah,
Anyways, long story short, the roll is fucked up. So now his car's not getting done. We're not working on nothing, and it's like it's like shit's out of your control.
Yeah.
So,
Like, what are you gonna do at that
but
point?
yeah, at that point, but yeah, there's just shit like that. So yeah, that definitely is a thing. Like, it's just worry of it you got control of. I mean, easier said than done,
A
100%.
100%. Like I said, it's like a muscle. It's
Oh
not like you
yeah,
could say it and then like magically you just have like acquired the skill of not worrying.
yeah,
It's like with Ryan Holiday, like basically a guy that writes a lot of the books I read. It's like sweeping the porch. I think I even brought this up. Like,
yep,
it's not a freaking thing. You just literally read once, you do once, and boom, you're cured. It's something like, even if you get to a point where you're not worrying anymore, if you stop like still practicing or thinking that way, maybe in 2 to 3 years you revert back to your old ways. So his kind of analogy there is like, it's kind of like having a house. Shit gets dirty, obviously.
yeah,
So you go sweep, the freaking porch. Like, in a week, it's probably still going to be dirty, right? It's never always going to be clean, is my point. It's like just life.
yeah.
It's something you're constantly having to just keep working on. And that's kind of what life is. It's not like, oh, we're done, we're there, we made it. Life is kind of more like a process, I guess, even in that scenario too, where you got to just keep doing it. And, hopefully you just get good at sweeping the porch and checking in and doing all that.
Sheesh.
So,
Yeah,
okay.
gotta get good at sweeping, man.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Yeah, but no, it's good. We all need those reminders every once in a while. I mean,
Yep.
but it's just what it is. But
Okay, but
yeah.
were you able to, I guess, kind of figure everything out, like
Oh
with the
yeah,
whole?
everything was smooth. Pretty much Monday, like I said, I was caught up on Monday. Came and caught up Sunday. Monday was going smooth. Everything got all good except today. But I mean, it's kind of we go back to the other thing too. You can't. It's always to under like what do you call it? Not predict, but like expect,
Mm,
and then to expect everything to go smoothly because
yeah,
shit never does. But now everything's all good though. Um,
that's true.
Customers have been happy,
That's beautiful.
understanding. So it's been good.
That's true. And it'd be kind of ignorant to think that like you're like life's literally perfect. Your business is never gonna run into any hiccups. Like it's kind of like good to acknowledge that life isn't perfect. Shit's gonna happen. Mistakes are gonna happen. Like,
Yeah,
so it's kind of like that. Kind of even sometimes gives you like a sense of peace. Sometimes where it's like, oh, shit's gonna happen. Oh, when it happens, it's kind of expected. You kind of give
yeah,
yourself that expectation, even though we're saying not have expectations. But now
yeah,
we're using the same tactic in reverse now. It's like we're expecting for some shit to go wrong. So
yeah.
when it happens, it's like, oh, there you go. There's one of them.
Yeah, you gotta have some. Yeah, you gotta have somewhat of a like open minded with everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely don't want to always be like the negative thoughts overwhelm
Mm-hmm.
you. But
That's
yeah,
true.
it's been all right now.
That's
Next
good,
week
brother.
next week's looking pretty good. So it's just that's part of a business too. I was talking to somebody else today. Actually, our friend Daniel Sid.
Oh shit.
He
Okay.
came out to do a quote for me for my landscaping at the house. That's actually who I was talking to right for the podcast.
Oh,
He
okay.
does landscaping with his has a company with his dad.
Yeah. Well, what you mean by landscape? Are you wanting someone to like just come and like essentially cut your grass and shit like that? Is that what you
No,
mean, or
like
what?
doing the sod, doing the
Oh,
doing the
okay.
sprinkler system, that whole thing. I'm not
Got
sure
you.
what you would call it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got you. Got you.
Yeah,
Got
I
you.
guess landscaping in a way, but
What do they call? I don't want to slaughter this irrigation system or something like that. Or am I
yeah,
tripping?
that'd be
Yeah.
the correct word for
Okay.
the sprinkler system. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to sound dumb there.
Um, and then we got to run some kind of drain because all the water run off there and the neighbors and all that shit. But anyways, but yeah, I was telling him like how's business, and he's just like, oh yeah, it's been good. He's like, it was slow for a little bit. He's like, we were just kind of like wondering like we have plenty of work. He's like, but it was slower than normal,
Mm,
and then it picked up out of nowhere. And I'm like, yeah, it's just part of being a business owner. I mean, it's just unpredictable, honestly. It's up and
damn.
down.
Nah, I've been feeling that too, to be honest. I think
Yeah.
you might even have brought it up too off the pod that, at least for me, like, obviously I still have a job, but mine's more kind of catered to talking to business owners, helping them and shit like that. And we haven't really been receiving as many emails, calls, shit like that. So I'm just like, damn, like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
And maybe it has to do with the whole economy and like the whole recession, because I have been noticing like little small things. Like, you could always just see little like small hints of things happening, and sometimes they even kind of predict the future a little bit. Because I was seeing that I think it was like one of Kanye West's like shoes that he wore at the Grammys two
Uh-huh.
years ago. It sold for like $2 million, bro. Guess how much that shit sold for
Jesus.
like last month or like recently?
Well, kind of what you're saying. I would say less, so maybe a million.
It was like 200K.
No shit.
I was like, what the fuck?
Fuck. Poor bastard that paid 2 million.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Sometimes shit just kind of
Jesus.
like, you just get desperate. You need that cash. You don't
Yeah.
like, who the hell's gonna like find a buyer to give them 1 million for something maybe they don't even want. So you'll just find the buyer quick if you need the cash, and
Yeah.
boom, you just lost 1.8 million like that.
God damn.
And it's really popular with a lot of things like that, whether that be trading cards. I bet you, I haven't even looked into this. If we go into the whole trading card shit, I don't know if you remember a year or two back that shit was exploding.
Yeah.
Everyone was doing all that.
The
I guarantee,
Pokemon shit, yeah.
yeah, I guarantee you that shit's down. Supercars, I don't know if you've noticed. Them
Those are
shits
going
is
down.
down. Rolexes, watches, shit like that.
All that shit.
It's going
Yeah, I've
down.
noticed that. Yeah. My work has been trying to get a bike and we've been looking at bikes.
Yeah.
They're fucking going like cheap as fuck. And I'm like, fuck, if it wasn't for the whole yard shit, I'd be buying them by a dozen, just like hoarding them. But
And sell them in like whenever the economy picks
yeah,
back up in 2 to 3 years or whatever.
yeah. It's
That's
like,
yeah, I agree with that. If you have money right now on the side, maybe it's a good. I'm not saying go buy a particular thing. Do your own research, do your own due diligence, but maybe it's a good, you know, a good opportunity to go buy something that you
yeah,
could, maybe potentially like sell for more in I don't know, 2 to 3 years, because and then maybe it's maybe too early right now too.
yeah.
Maybe you're catching a falling knife, how they call it. Maybe it's still going to go down more because
I'm sure.
I
Yeah.
don't really see the economy picking up until this is what they say. I'm not like all smart and shit until like the new election for the new president candidate until what is it, November of 2024.
Hmm.
But shit, that's like in 14 months, bro. So you're telling me it's just gonna be straight shit for 14 months? That kind of
Jesus.
scares me a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Especially the
again,
way it's going already, you know? So, shit, I'm gonna have to pull a little home equity loan and buy a house right when they're going for nothing.
something, bro. Because yeah, everything's I don't know, everything's just
Because
crazy. Even to buy a car,
if it
yeah.
gets that low again, oh shit, it's gonna be kind of scary.
Yeah, 100%. So, but yeah, I feel like as long as we just keep doing what we're doing, don't get lazy. This is probably the worst time to be lazy, actually.
Oh fuck yeah!
Like,
This is the time you want to be like, you want to be that outstanding employee if you're an employee,
yeah,
and you want to
because
be fucking
if they're gonna cut employees, they're gonna be
fuck
looking at
yeah.
who's been doing
I
the
think I
worst.
went through that shit when we were in COVID, bro. I
Let me know.
fucking
Put me on.
I made the cut, so I stayed, but
Okay, this is when you worked at the whole
body shop,
factory. Oh, the
the
body
body shop,
shop.
yeah.
How many people did they end up?
2020 with COVID,
Oh
because
wow,
you know how that shit like got
it
slow.
scared people. Yeah, people were.
People started getting fired, and people weren't working anymore. There wasn't no car accidents because nobody was driving. Um,
Wow.
but yeah, we started getting rid of people like one by one, and fuck, it was down to fucking two painters, three body guys, and two office people.
And what was it before that? Before the cuts?
Shit, we had like six body guys. Um, we had like a parts person, a wash person, but they basically cut like six people out.
So
Six
by
to eight
like almost
people.
half type shit.
Yeah, and it's a small
Wow.
body shop. It wasn't like a
Yeah, yeah.
corporate, but it
But
was.
still, that's a good example of the size that they cut down. So in that scenario, 50% would be the same scenario as a corporation had 600 employees, cut down to 300.
And that's the year I decided to fucking open my business too. So, well, I started, 19, like November of
Yeah,
19,
yeah, I remember
but pretty
that.
much it was 2020 was like my main year, and thankfully we fucking did good. But I
That's
mean,
good, brother.
for a business, starting off, it was okay. But
Yeah, it
yeah,
was it was good, and I feel like it was good back then too, because that's when we were getting all the whole stimulus checks and shit. So a lot of people just had money
fuck.
to blow for no reason.
Yeah, I remember I had a few raps that were like, yeah, this is Trump money. And I was like, shit, shout out. So like
Oh
that's how you're gonna
well,
blow your stimulus check.
yeah,
I mean, it comes out of somebody's pocket at one point, but
yeah.
uh, yeah, it was weird times for sure. But yeah, that whole cut shit though, they were firing people and shit. I made it through. I don't even know what we were talking about that before. Oh yeah, right now
Mhm.
you pretty much want to be your
Yeah, be grinding like a motherfucker right now, because
yeah
I've been looking at that. I ain't gonna lie, because obviously, the sales is pretty competitive. We have some, employees and all that shit. So there's basically, like a kind of like a tracking system where it
yeah
shows who's obviously doing okay, who's at the bottom. And, I'm not gonna say I'm doing the best or anything like that, because to be honest with you, like I do what I have to do, but I don't do too much crazy shit just because I don't know. Maybe I just kind of fell out of touch with it, or maybe I'm just focused on other things. But
yeah.
I do what I got to do. But that's kind of it. But at the same time, like I'm definitely never gonna be like, you know what? Like I don't care. Like I don't care if I'm at the bottom, because that's when you start getting into like
No,
territory where it's like, yo,
and that's just doesn't even look on you like regardless look good on you regardless. Because if you ever go apply for another job, I mean, you're just shitting on yourself in a way.
oh yeah, 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 for
You're not
sure.
gonna get a good. what do you call it?
Hmm.
Reference from your current boss or employer. So
Yeah, that's true actually too.
yeah,
Obviously, if you get fired for a specific reason and you weren't doing the best, then yeah, or
yeah,
maybe you said some stuff before you left or didn't have a great relationship with these people, and
yeah. So
yeah, so sometimes, well, especially if you have a job, your reputation is something you should hold dearly, and try
yeah,
not to burn bridges, essentially,
yeah, pretty
because
much. Yeah, you always want to have that as a backup. I mean, you always want to leave a job and have them tell you if you need to come back, your
yeah,
job is here.
yeah,
It's always a good
exactly.
feeling having that, when you leave a job. And thankfully, every job I left, it's been like that. So,
That's good, bro.
but yeah, man, it's
Been leaving it with a great reputation. Yeah,
yeah,
when I left my factory job, the same thing happened to me. They're like, hey, good luck, man. But if you ever want to come back, because I would haul ass.
yeah,
All jobs I would definitely haul ass. I was like, why would I be here, not do shit? Like, who is that benefiting me? Like, the one, it's not benefiting myself because I could maybe learn more if I try harder.
yeah.
And then I'm also working on my worth ethic, I guess you could say too. Like, obviously, if you're being lazy, that usually becomes a habit.
It will, 100%.
Like,
Yeah,
you're just being a lazy piece of shit, it's gonna be a habit. We'll get a new job. Most likely, you're gonna be doing that too. So you got to break out of these habits and just show out. Like, I remember when I was younger, one thing that really stuck to me was everything you touch, like, basically turn it into gold. And I really didn't understand what that meant. But it's like, yo, even if you work at like a freaking Burger King, like, anything you touch, anything you're working on, like, go above and beyond. Like, and I promise you, you'll start moving up like the ladder quicker. Like,
yeah,
you might not have maybe that specific recognition and stuff. Maybe you'll learn something, or maybe you'll do get that recognition, get a raise, a promotion, or something like that. And it's just way easier to just be like, yo, I want to raise. Look at all the crazy shit I do. You have basically like a portfolio, a resume, a track record of where, you have evidence of, yo, I'm actually worth what I say
yeah.
I'm worth. But if you're out here slacking off, being a bum, and you ask for a raise, the fuck they gonna tell you?
Uh, and
Like,
even
yeah.
as yourself, I mean, it fucking feels good to know you fucking haul, you bust ass and you're
That's a good
proud. You're
point.
you're proud of your work and you
That's
fucking
a
do a good
great
job.
point.
It's just a better peace of mind when you go home every day too.
I really like that you brought that up. It's not even just about the other people. It's about yourself. How you feel good about yourself. Would you want to see yourself as that lazy ass person? Like, do you think that feels great to be like, oh, I'm that lazy person? Or would you have the identity of, you know what, man? Maybe I'm not in a great position right now, but I know I'm gonna bust ass and I'm gonna work hard and kill it no matter what. Like, I feel like
Yeah,
identity wise, like, you gotta feel way better. The hell?
yeah,
Like, maybe you're not in a great position. Maybe you're working at Burger King, but if you're killing it and everyone's just slacking off doing dumb shit and you're, doing that, I commend you. Hey, if I had a head on,
yeah.
salute to you.
Well, I was one thing that stuck with me. Somebody told me. I think it was
Let me
my
know.
auto lease boss. He said someone's always watching. And
Mm,
like even when you fucking think no one's watching, you're like I'm gonna get on my phone. Like fuck, grab a broom, do something. Somebody's always watching, and that shit just comes back around, And it is true. There's times I remember I went to when I switched to the body shop. Fuck, I took a pay cut. I was getting making 11 an hour,
yeah.
and I probably shouldn't have been doing shit. Should have been on my phone at that point
Yeah.
when it was slow. But I'd be fucking grabbing a broom, taking garbages out, um, and that's what kind of helped me, move up the ladder way faster than other people, and definitely stay there for as long as I did, and through the cuts and shit,
Mm, okay. Because
But
I don't know if it was last podcast. I think we were talking about, no, I think maybe 2 or 3 ago, maybe in the recent one just uploaded, we were talking about hidden costs. Or maybe asking for, like, I think in your scenario, we were talking about asking for a discount before anything, and you feel like that would actually
oh yeah,
be more detrimental
hmm,
because obviously you can say, what the fuck,
yeah,
like hidden cost.
yeah,
That's kind of like what you just said, like a hidden value.
yeah,
Like, it's things that you think no one sees, but one, you're improving your self identity, and then two, like you said, maybe like you said, it's someone might actually be looking and be like, yo, damn, like this guy actually is busting his ass. And then maybe that what you just said and we're doing, I'm pretty sure it did actually. The fuck,
yeah.
it did contribute to you not being one of the people that got cut.
Oh, for sure,
You
100%.
know,
Yeah.
so there
Oh
you
no,
go.
yeah, yeah. It was obvious, obviously, especially where I was working. But
Yeah.
it's just anywhere you work. I mean, it should just be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just give it your all. Don't
Yeah.
see why not. I mean, at that point, you're just doing a disappointment for yourself to yourself. So,
Why would
but
you
yeah,
do that? Yeah.
yeah, you don't want to do that.
Oh, for sure now, for sure now. So yeah, you hear to hear, folks. Just keep, grinding, do your thing, and yeah, do it. Don't do it just for other people, and maybe like again for a specific reason. Do it just because you just want to be that person that just goes above and beyond.
Yeah.
Like that's just a great character trait to have. Like I promise you, whether you're looking to get another job, employers are going to be looking for that. Or if you're starting a business, you don't think clients are going to want basically someone that provides a service that goes above and beyond. Like who
Yeah.
doesn't want that is my point. Like that's something that it's basically something that's in demand. You
Hmm.
want people to just be like that and go above and beyond, whether that be, and it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't even have to be hard work. Sometimes it's just maybe you basically given some type of like feedback, or maybe it's like, oh, you were just nicer to that client. Maybe it's like, I think one thing that actually stuck to me, just to give an example, is you when you started tinting windows. Obviously, you're working up on that. I believe you started leaving like a little thing on the little button,
Yes, a
right?
little reminder, like a little sticker. It says,
Yeah, because can you explain why you can't like roll down the window when you tint?
yeah, yeah. So when you went in a car window, I mean, you're not supposed to roll them down for at least 3 to 5 days, just to allow them to dry correctly, and so the film doesn't, pick itself up and roll itself up. And most people don't tell you that. They tell you,
Hmm.
but it's just basically a verbal.
The verbal
Um,
thing. Hey,
yeah, but we add these little stickers that like say it, nicely, and then you just put it over them. And a lot of people actually be pretty stoked on that. They're
see?
like, "Holy shit! Like it's a sticker for me." Like, that's what did it for me. Like
Exactly. It's the thing. You thought about them, and then two, they paid like money, and they don't want to like roll down the window on accident and be like,
yeah,
"Holy shit! I just."
yeah. You're looking out for them in a way.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So that's just one thing that kind of connecting everything that we're talking about. That shows that Edgar kind of already did. So, and you could always find that whether you have a business or you are an employee or wherever you're at,
yeah,
essentially, even a volunteer. I guess if you're into that stuff, that you could always just find creative ways of just keep like adding value and.
yeah. There's always little things here and there that sometimes you don't even notice. Like sometimes you place an order of food and they put some mints in there.
Mm,
Olive Garden's known for that. They give you some mints at the end. That's just like their little way of like, like thank you, like here you go. But there's just always little hidden things in businesses that they do for the extra thing, and sometimes you do notice them, and you go back almost for that same reason. Sometimes you're like, oh, I love that. It sticks with you.
got you.
Um,
Yeah, it's something. It's more. It doesn't feel like just more of like a business transaction. It feels a little bit more
yeah,
personable, I guess would be the word.
yeah,
And then that yeah, that's a good point. That would most likely prompt you to be like, oh shit, like they treated me right. They thought about me. Let me go back and provide some more stuff. Because sometimes it's even like that with even popular businesses like Chick-fil-A, bro.
hmm
You pull up. Sometimes those motherfuckers run to you, and it's like, God dang, like I like
You could be
yay.
having the worst day, and they'll be the fucking complete opposite. Even if they're having the fucking worst day, probably too.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Exactly. So it's like, hey, just find creative ways. You
if you're
never
having a
know.
bad day, go to Chick Fil A.
Yeah,
They cheer
one
you
for,
up.
for the customer service and for the food.
Yeah.
Shit, man, that'd be so cool if you could get a whole Chick-fil-A sponsorship.
Damn. Imagine
Yeah.
Chick Fil A every day. I probably would get tired of it eventually, though.
The thing is, though, I always think about that. I'm like, yeah, like we probably get sick of this particular food, but it's like, what if we try like the other shit? Maybe a salad, a
Yeah.
grilled sandwich, maybe just shit like that. But
I've
I
never
don't
been a
know.
salad person until recently.
Oh, for real?
I went and got pizza this Sunday, and I ordered a salad,
The fuck, Edgar? What are you doing?
and I was like, "What the hell? I never ordered a salad."
Wait, you went to a pizza spot and ordered salad, my boy?
No, I placed an order of pizza. So I went to the old pizza runner, shout out all the
Voodoo.
taboo
Oh, it's yeah, shit.
taboo
Fuck it,
pizza.
taboo. Okay.
So good.
Yo,
It's
ass always go there, huh? I need to
yeah,
go. I
shit.
forget about that place.
The fucking owner doesn't know my name now. I walked in, he's like,
Sheesh.
"Oh, order for Edgar." I was like, "Oh shit, shout out."
That's so cool.
Yeah, but no, they call it rabbit food. The salad there.
Oh, okay.
So I got like my cheese sticks I usually get, and then I ordered a salad. I was feeling a salad, I don't know, and I fucking really enjoyed it. I almost didn't even touch like my cheese sticks. I got full off the salad. I was like, what the hell?
Damn. Okay.
But
That's
yeah,
that's kind of crazy. I don't know why this brought like a flashback to me.
yeah,
But I was leaving to the gym one of these days, and on the yeah, on the left hand side of basically my house, they built two new constructions.
yep.
Well, I guess side note, they're under contract. They actually were doing the blue tape walkthrough yesterday.
No shit.
And I was like, oh shit, I remember when me and Edgar, we're doing that like a month
Yeah,
ago. But one of the dudes putting up the fence, it was like some younger kid. I was like leaving, got on my car, rolled down the windows, about to dip. He's like, oh, sick car, man. I'm like, oh, thanks, bro. Is that a wrap? I'm like, yeah. He's like, did Edgar do it? And I was like, oh, shit. And I was just like, yeah.
Now you caught my
And then I
attention.
was just like, that's my boy. He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. And I just drove off. It just kind of got weird,
Yeah.
but I was like, damn, that's kind of cool that, I don't
Yeah.
know, some random ass kid was like, oh, did Edgar do it?
Damn.
I was just like, okay. Yeah.
That's cool.
I was like, all right. So, yeah, bro, you got a little reputation out
Hey,
here,
there
bro,
we go.
with the younger population.
Yeah. He's pretty young. You would say?
Yeah. I'd say maybe definitely around like 20, 21.
Okay.
Nothing like our age type shit. Like you
Damn.
could tell he was like younger. Like we're putting up fences for a company. Like
Yeah.
you got to be. That's kind of like entry level, I would assume. I don't know.
Yeah. Damn, that's actually kind of funny. You brought that up. That's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
I was like, all right.
Yeah, sometimes I'd be driving around. Well, not driving around, but like I pull up places. Before I used to like, well, speaking of Sunday, when I went there, fuck, I was looking like dog shit. I was just, I've been like recovering from fucking being sick. I don't want to be at work, but I just had to be here, to catch shit up.
Yes.
Part of, being a business owner. And before I'd care, but I walked in there and there was like these people there and they looked familiar and I feel like they were customers. Not
Okay.
customers, but like, I feel like they knew me, but not of me, but the business. And I'm like, fuck, the people out here probably thinking, I'm like, here's this fucking business owner
Mm,
looking like shit. But it's just,
yeah, just having a bad day. Yeah.
but when you brought that up, it reminded me, I'm like, yeah, I guess people out here kind of probably recognize me more for the business. And I don't even realize it though sometimes.
Yeah.
They probably know more about me than I do of them.
Got you.
But yeah,
Okay.
gotta watch where I go now sometimes. Be seen by people and they know me, I don't know them though.
Nah, you good, bro. That's what building a brand does for you. You know.
Yeah, yes. But
Alrighty. So last week we introduced like a new segment essentially to the podcast. We
yes.
had both Gio and my girlfriend submit some questions
Hmm.
via Instagram. So anyone's interested, we are introducing a new segment where we basically ask people for questions, Q&As essentially on Instagram. So be on the lookout for that. Most likely upload the poll on Wednesday, but if you miss it, don't worry about it. Just send us a message. Hey, can you please answer this on your next podcast? We'll definitely do it. But yeah, with that being said, yeah,
Yeah,
should we do some QAs?
yeah. We got some QAs
Beautiful,
here.
beautiful.
We got another one from Geo.
Yes, sir. That's my boy.
Shout out Geo. All right, here's Geo's question.
Okay.
What is one thing you would tell your 18-year-old self about what you've learned?
That's a great question. Honestly, I always say, I guess, feel like think about that, and each year it changes, obviously, because you acquire new information. But the thing that definitely sticks to me is, well, it's going to be kind of ironic because I guess it's still sticking. But is essentially whatever you start, even if it's something you feel like you're not going to essentially do your whole life, stick with it longer than you actually see the results. So just to kind of bring everything, or I guess piece everything together, when I was about 20, 21, I was interested in one, building websites, but more to start online stores to do something called drop shipping. And then I was running ads, Facebook ads, shit like that. And I feel like even if I would have never seen results, or maybe not never, but like maybe the first year, but I kept learning and kept doing it, I feel like shit, that was 6 years ago. I would have been in a crazy, most like just a way different position. But at that time, I was not aware of how building things little by little could get you so much far. Because I did upload, I think it was a quote, I believe it was like, I think on Monday when we uploaded the pod,
Yeah.
was essentially, it's like, yo, like sometimes to build treasures, it's literally like little trinket by trinket or coin by coin. And then you look back eventually, like a year or two, and you're like, holy shit, I got a freaking treasure chest full of shit, you know? But it literally just, it's just small little incremental steps sometimes. Like maybe it's not a foot today, maybe it's like an inch, but you're still moving forward. So that'd be my definite my advice for like 18-year-olds. Like no matter what you're trying to do, just stick with it. And thankfully, I guess you could say I did stick with something, which would be the gym. I never let go of that.
Yeah.
And obviously now I'm like, holy shit. But like never would I have imagined this. Like I never knew this was going to be like an end result. It just kind of worked out for me. And thankfully I at least got some benefit instead of being like, fuck, I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
So I'd say definitely, yeah, stick with it and see how far you can take it and just keep learning, growing. And maybe it's not for you, but you acquire at least that awareness and you keep moving forward. But that's probably what I would go back and tell my 18-year-old self, like, hey, whatever you're doing, bro, just stick with it longer, bro. Like, you're not gonna see the results right away, but just keep going, and maybe within a year or two, if you're patient, and you're good to go. And I'm not even saying like work 3 to 4 hours a day. Like, even if it was an hour a day for 6 years, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it was 1 year, bro. So if I could tell even the younger like people, just invest even like an hour. Fuck it. Like, if you still want to have fun and shit, if you're like more disciplined and actually want to get shit done, then put some more like time and effort. You'll get there way quicker, because sometimes it depends on the intensity and time. But obviously, if it's little time, you still want to have, some time, enjoy your 20s. That's cool. I get it. Or your teens or whatever. But yeah, that's what I would tell myself. Just stick with it longer without expecting the results. Do it for more of the process. So that's the knowledge I wish I would have known, bro.
Yeah, and I really like that. That's actually like that's something I really wish I could have told myself too, because there was other things too that I feel like I didn't see like, and it was actually a little bit earlier on. I guess I was like 17. I was still in high school.
Yeah.
I guess I was 18 when I was in high school still, but I was actually following that path of like what would you call it? Like CAD, like
Mm,
design. And I've always liked construction and like building shit, and I've always followed that. And
gotcha.
I kind of wish I would have followed that more, but it kind of fell in that same thing category. But no, if I could add anything different to this, I mean, myself,
Hmm.
it'd probably be fuck the money thing, man. Because I feel like when you're young, you start getting that fucking money, and you just feel like it's not. I mean, you do. I always tell people to like enjoy what you work for, right? Because you don't take that shit to the grave with you. But at the
Yeah.
same time, like I wish I would have probably saved a lot more when I was younger. It probably would have put me a lot better now. Because when you're younger, fuck, you'd be blowing money like crazy. I mean, it's
Yep.
just it's just stupid like to even think back. Like that fucking whole check, we would almost blow that shit on a weekend, just dumb shit. And it's like if you would have saved that shit and actually invested it by like the time you were 21
Hmm.
or had something, shit, you'd be in a different place. But yeah, that's kind of
Okay.
my adding on to that. But
I don't mind. Do you have like I guess a different one maybe that you could, if you were to go, be like, hey, Edgar, you're 18, you're going back in time or whatever. Like, maybe like another piece of advice you would
let's
tell your
see,
your, your younger self potentially. Doesn't
shit,
even have to be financial, bro. Maybe
yeah.
it's something maybe that occurred that you would have done differently. Maybe
Hmm.
um I don't know, but shit, it could be anything, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it really kind of all comes back to like sticking with something. I feel like because at 18, I feel like most kids are very confused, and I feel like at that point too, I
Mm,
was very confused too. You graduate high school, and you're just like, "The fuck do you do now? Like, what's next?" And most people are like, yeah, you want something, you want to exceed like super fast, like everybody else.
I think you just touched on something. You said exceed super fast, and I think it's maybe more because of the social pressures around you, where it's
Yeah,
like, damn, I just want to like maybe not necessarily show off for other people, but it kind of is like that, where
yeah.
it's kind of weird. It's kind of like a competition that you put
But
with
the
yourself,
thing
and
is that everybody in that age is doing the same shit, so you feel like you have to fall into it. Everybody's
mm,
buying new cars. Everybody already has like a job. Everybody's buying all this flashy clothes and shit.
yep,
At least at our time,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think kids nowadays they have that shit when they're 16 or younger. But
Yeah, that's just
but
similar trends,
that's kind
probably
of
just
like
younger.
at our time. But
Yeah,
yeah, like you want to fall into that category, but it kind of all goes back to what you said. Like you just almost stick to something. But
yep,
yeah, that'd be the only thing.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Awesome. Well, thank you, Gio. I
yeah.
appreciate you. Amazing question. Keep them coming, bro. Like, don't even be like, hey, like I'm the only fool submitting a question each week. Shit,
No,
you give us
keep it.
something to talk about. The fuck.
Exactly. No,
Appreciate you, brother.
kind of makes us reflect a little bit too, like shit.
100%.
Uh,
Awesome.
all
Thank you.
right. Next question is from Victor.
Oof, this is my boy. Just to give some context, my boy Victor, met him at the gym. Yeah, he just came up to me one time at the gym, and he was like, "Hey, bro, appreciate you." Well, basically not appreciate you, but he's basically saying that he likes the car and shit like that.
Okay.
I was like, "All right, yeah, for sure, bro." And obviously, since I've had the car, it's just like a piece of metal to me now. Like, I don't really care, but I always forget that before I had the car, I was in his shoes, like I wanted cool shit too. Like, obviously everyone
It's
does,
the
but then
18-year-old. Yeah.
you get that shit, and it's like you see kind of like the actual value, but you have to experience it. Is kind of what I've kind of like came down.
You
I'm
got
like,
to
you
get out of your system.
exactly. If you
Spoke on
don't,
that. Yeah.
then you're never gonna know. So yeah, he came up to me, and then ever since then, bro, I remember I saw him like at a random concert once. And he's just cool ass dude, bro. One of the most positive, like, younger dudes I've like ever met. I swear, more positive than me type shit.
Shit.
Like he just has that good energy about him. I remember even one time, it was Gonzalo. We were at the gym. He came for like a week. We're hitting the gym crazy, and yeah, we are just talking for briefly. And my cousin was straight up like, "God damn!" Like
Yeah.
I was like, that kid was hella positive. Like, holy shit! Like he got me up right now. And I was like,
Damn.
sorry, yeah, bro.
Shit.
So
Keep it up, man.
yeah, bro. Like I swear to you, a good attitude will literally put you in way better places than you think. Like it's something so underlooked. And honestly, learned that maybe like even a year ago. I was that pessimistic ass, like sad dude and shit. But your attitude will definitely change your experiences. Like depending on how you look at things, you could look at things like, oh shit, I got to do this, fuck. And then you're going to be like sad about it. But it's like, damn, maybe I could actually go and learn something about it. You're going to go into that situation looking at it through like a different, basically, kind of
Yeah.
lens and
And the
get
people
more
you're
out of it.
attracting to your life too. I mean, all based on your attitude. You know,
100%. Like you want to attract people
you're
like
not gonna attract shit if you're just fucking,
facts.
piece of shit. And
Facts. So
so,
keep that shit up. I'm sorry. That was just a little side story. Okay. What is the question?
all right, question from Victor. What should I focus on in my 20s? I'm buying a home right now. A good investment? Question mark.
Mm, focus on the 20s. It's kind of more go back to, I guess, the previous question. I'd say definitely find something. Doesn't even have to be the thing you think you were going to do your whole life, but just keep doing that shit, bro. Like daily progress. I swear to you, just little by little, keep stacking your wins. And by the time you're going to have basically just a big accumulation of wins and can basically like move mountains sometimes with shit like that. Like it's just habits, learning little things here and there. It'll take you a far way. So I'd say, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. You're obviously, going to the gym and shit. Don't stop doing that. Keep, educating yourself whenever you can. Definitely keep doing stuff for yourself. Do things you love for sure. Spend time with good people. Cut out the bad ones. I say for sure in your 20s. Don't focus on what other people are doing. Focus on yourself. Never compare yourself to anyone. We are all different. We have different starting points. So that'd be another thing in my 20s. Um, yeah, anything else for that specific question? The 20s?
No, the comparing self was a big thing. That's just, I feel like it kind of falls back from the 18, you're put in this world and you feel like you have to fit in and don't fucking follow your own path because that's the one that's actually going to get you somewhere. Not
100%,
following what
bro.
somebody else does. So,
Yeah, this is gonna be two bad things if you compare yourself to people. On one hand, you're gonna chase something that you don't even really maybe want. It's just socially you might think you want it. And then another thing from doing that is like you're basically just chasing the wrong thing. Once like let's say you actually do end up just comparing yourself to people and end up getting what you want, like it's not going to be something fulfilling. Like fulfillment usually comes from things like you love doing and not comparing yourself to people and living the way you want to live. So yeah, just keep doing what you're doing for sure. But yeah, just kind of be on the lookout for those just yeah, those just basically those just toxic ways.
yeah, no, I agree with everything. And then, yeah, the other question he had was, is buying a home right now a good investment?
Shit. Well, Edgar, let me know what you would think. You just kind of got one, bro.
Honestly, I think maybe 20s, yeah, I think it would be, honestly. Um, I feel like it's hard. It is hard,
Yeah.
but I think the smart decision would be yes, because I think the sooner you start at it, you're already ahead of the game in a way. Because I
Hmm.
feel like a lot of people that start buying homes like when they're in their 30s or 40s, I feel like they're regretting it because at that point
Mm.
they've already invested so much. Like they're how would you say it? They already by that time they probably already have kids.
Hmm.
They already probably have more. They're probably more in debt now, um, and they can't take that like what do you call it a cut I guess or a step back.
Gotcha.
And if you're in your 20s, you can like work into it. I mean, I'm not
Mm.
saying go buy yourself a brand new house
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but maybe, and I wouldn't say it either. And I would say maybe past 25. Um, I would do
Gotcha.
that. I wouldn't do it like before that. Maybe.
Okay.
What do you think around there?
This one's a
That
hard one.
question.
I'm gonna be honest with you because it's not a one size shoe fits all. I'll be honest with you.
No, 100%.
It's it's
It
not.
depends the person a lot.
That'd be the probably be the best answer. It depends. So it depends on your game plan. Because right now it's kind of is like a bitch to be honest with you to get a house and try to pay that shit off by yourself. You're most than likely if you don't have a down payment, which a lot of people don't do, or have, especially if you're younger, like shit, is you're not gonna have a down payment, which means you're most likely gonna pay full price, which means that your mortgage is gonna be crazy. You might have two mortgages if you do like the FHA, or not the FHA, but the Utah housing like program where you get like the second mortgage for the down payment.
Yeah.
You're gonna have like two loans on there. But with that being said, don't let that discourage you. You could always do something called house hacking, or even buy a house with somebody. Like fuck it, why not share the proceeds?
Hmm.
And basically you and some other person do half and half. Obviously, don't buy a house with someone you hate. That would be like, it depends,
Yeah.
the portion, or you feel like you don't see yourself long term with. Maybe it's a brother, someone like you feel like will definitely be there and like long term. Like I'd say for sure that you could do that. Maybe get a house. You had, two people living in there. Maybe you get the house on your by yourself. Maybe the house has 4 rooms.
Yeah.
Fuck it, rent 3 of the rooms out. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Do it that way. Like, don't just be like, damn, I'm just get a house by myself, and holy shit, I got a house payment of $2,500, and I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Like,
At minimum, fuck.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
I
Like,
mean, well, yeah, like, I guess going back to, I mean, I wouldn't do it right now, honestly, with the way that it is right now.
mhm.
But I think in your 20s is probably a good time to buy a house, actually. Like, if we go back to like the
Yeah.
age, I guess. But it
Well,
depends the market too. If the market
it's
just,
it's hard, bro. It's hard because it's like we're saying that now because we don't know the information that's happening later on.
that's
What if in
true.
2 years that shit goes even higher? We'd be
That's a
like, holy
fact.
fuck. So that's why we have to think in like present terms.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I could go back in time, I would definitely would. This would be my tactic. I feel like I should be doing this, but sometimes I feel like maybe I'm just so trapped in like my brain of trying to start a business and do my own thing that I want that to be like my way of making it out. But something I maybe wish I would have done is get like a house when I was like 20, whatever, live in it. Maybe it wasn't the best house, put some improvements in that bitch. In 2 years, I think if you have an FHA, you have to live in it for a certain amount of time. I don't know what the number is. Let's say it's just 3. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
After the 3 years, assuming like the economy went the way it did, I would have had some type of equity already, not just because of the money or the payments I've been giving it each month, but also because it's, of appreciation and, and all that. And after that, what I've seen some real estate people do, that's your first property. You're most likely not going to have like the opportunity to get that, essentially the first down payment anymore, like the essentially the funding, the first time home buying
Yeah.
program. That's what it is, first time home buying program. But what you can leverage is that equity in your new house. So you could essentially, let's say 3 years pass by,
And everything goes planned.
yeah, everything goes as planned and stuff. You take basically some equity out, or you refinance even. Maybe you don't even get the HELOC. You just refinance. You have all this cash now. You get that cash, and maybe you go buy yourself another house. Fuck it. And now you have a house over here that you already own, and you're like, damn, fuck it. Let me go ahead and rent that one out.
Yeah.
And now you just acquired a new property. And then another 3 years pass by, and now the first one still has equity. It probably still appraised. The second one, same thing. And now you have another opportunity to get like another property. And you could essentially just keep like stacking these houses into your
Exactly.
real estate portfolio and really increase your net worth that way.
I think we all wish we would have done that, but times are
Yeah,
different, and we couldn't
we
predict.
can't
We would
predict the
have never
future,
have known
bro.
that. No.
That's the thing.
If somebody would have told me what we just said right now, even then, I still probably wouldn't have been like,
Hesitated a bit,
oh,
huh?
100%.
100%.
Because you don't know, man. Even right now when we bought the house, I was just like, that's a shit ton of money for a house. Imagine this shit just goes, it tanks right now. We're fucked in a
Yes.
way. But I mean, right away, they already, what do you call it? Valued for more.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah.
that's a kind of, it gave me a little relief there.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
But at the same time, like, it's just, it's a hard question to answer. Give an
Yeah,
exact answer too, but
it's definitely hard. I'd say definitely do what like your heart is essentially doing. And I feel like if you feel like you're gonna maybe sell the house in a year or two, I feel like that's way too risky.
no.
Nah, like maybe if you see yourself being in Ogden, or at least you want something, if you see yourself maybe being at this property no matter what, like I'd say maybe 5 to 10ish years, I feel like that will combat their whole recession bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Because usually with enough like distance, like time wise, 5 to 10 years, like
Yeah,
historically it's gonna go up
regardless.
historically. But
Yeah.
in a year or two, shit could you don't like that's too short term where shit might fucking hit the fan or it might not. So I say definitely take that into consideration. Maybe don't take our shit like definitely just like, oh hell yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like maybe talk to, other people. I would say maybe talk to a real estate agent, but to be honest with you, them motherfuckers is gonna be biased. They want to they want to
They want to
sell,
make the
bro.
sale, yeah.
They want to sell.
And what you
So
touched on a lot, I mean, the one thing you touched is very important too, is the
put me on.
if you are gonna go in with someone like your brother or someone, just make sure that someone's gonna be like you guys gonna be good with splitting the funds or something down the
Yeah,
road, because
that could be
essentially
another shit
that's
show.
that's what it's gonna be. Like, yeah, the house doubled, and now there's a lot of money there, but at one point, like it's got to be split down the middle, you know. So you got to be okay with that, and
Mm-hmm.
with the person, so, like, I mean, they have to be okay with it too. So that's something to take into consideration,
100%.
because you never know what can happen.
100%. But yeah, okay, cool. I think we hit on that one pretty good.
Yeah.
Awesome. As well, appreciate you, Victor. Thank you so much for submitting your question. And shit, bro, keep them coming, bro. If you got more, shit, tell your friends. Tell them to submit questions if they got some. Fuck it. We
Hell yeah,
got you.
man. Keep it up, man.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, that was our two questions for this week.
Beautiful. Amazing questions. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm liking these questions. So
Yeah, keep them coming, guys, please. Well, should we give some context of what kind of happened? Well, I barely told you today. Shit, kind of what like we had a little inquiry.
yeah.
I feel like it's cool. Yeah, might as well just be really transparent. So basically, over the weekend, I had an email from the website because we have the website up. There's a place on the website, contact us, where you could submit inquiries, shit like that. And someone essentially submitted a question, or not even a question, more basically just kind of like, hey, this is kind of my scenario. I kind of don't want to put his business out there,
yeah.
but essentially was saying, yo, we have like maybe a message I could share on your podcast. So yeah, it was basically someone that reached out. I don't know how necessarily they got in contact, or maybe even just aware of us. But they don't live here in Utah, so that's kind of why I'm saying that. Like, obviously, it's Utah, so like
Yeah.
word of mouth or whatever. But yeah, I think this person lives in California, and they potentially want to be in the podcast. It sounds like it's this dude, as a father, has been in the Navy. Like, seems like a cool dude, fit and all that. So we're actually gonna have a preliminary meeting here in a couple of weeks, just to hop on the phone before anything, and just kind of ask questions, get a better feel, see if it would be a good match.
Yeah.
See if there's some value. Because we don't just want to bring, I guess, just random people on here. We want to make sure that it's just someone with good intentions, basically. Because we don't know if they're like scam artists. We don't want that. Would be the worst fucking thing to do. Getting someone on here and then them scamming like one of our like listeners. I would feel so like
Yeah.
guilty about that shit. So we basically have like a vetting process with people we don't know. Obviously, if it's a referral and stuff like that, like we'll take you guys' shit to heart. But if it's just someone maybe that just kind of comes about and we have maybe not too much information about, then obviously that. So yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on that. But it's just something that just kind of, I don't know. It could be an opportunity that maybe just kind of fell on us, and we could potentially work and maybe just kind of share just ideas and all kind of grow. Because obviously me and you, have like specific backgrounds, experience and stuff like that. We meet here and share all that. But to bring someone from like even an outside or even from a different perspective, for example, like having kids, I feel like I would have a lot of questions for someone in that field where it's like, damn, like how does kids like change life? Like, things like that I haven't really gone through myself, and getting new insights and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, again, I guess this is a good reminder. If maybe you guys know anyone that could provide, some type of value, then hit us up on the DM or the website, just like, the dude, the potential homie, did, and kind of go on from there. But yeah,
Yeah, send them our way. But yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, hopefully it works out. We can figure something out from this. And
yeah, the only thing we got to figure out though, bro, if it does end up happening, is since they're not physically located in here, is how we would necessarily structure this. It would most likely have to be a call, huh? Right?
Yeah. So there's ways to do it. I've kind of looked into that.
Let me know.
I guess a lot of people will be doing these podcasts, like just it's almost like what is it called? Like a video call in a way. But yeah, there's ways. I think that's the most popular way of actually doing podcasts with other people that are just out of the state, out of the country. But yeah, we'll figure it out. It shouldn't be too bad to do that.
Yeah. Another thing, I guess we might have. Well, I guess it depends on the format, because what I've seen a lot of people do, like another podcast I've seen, it's a little different because we actually have like a whole ass setup now.
Yeah.
But like I've seen other people like maybe just hop on the laptop You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And then doing like the podcast that way. So maybe that could be another thing we can do, but I don't know because then that means we might have to use software and maybe like either like Zoom or Google Meets, and that might be the proper software to use. So we have some time if it does happen. So
Yeah,
we'll
I know we can hook up a phone to this thing,
that's true
so we
as
can take a
well.
call. You guys can't see him though, unfortunately. So,
That's
or
true.
maybe there's a way to mirror the shit.
Mm.
Bring my Mac, set it up here, and you guys can see him through here. I don't know. We can figure something out, but I guess we'll see. You know,
Yeah.
if this is a match for us, and
Yeah, exactly.
potentially, give you guys some value out of it. So
100%. Yeah, but yeah, just kind of I
that's
guess
cool.
yeah, just basically trying to stay, open minded and not thinking like, oh, like, just basically, I don't want to dismiss anyone, like I want to give everyone a fair shot. I'm not going to say we're just going to give you handouts and shit like that because, you got to earn shit, you got to put in some work, some grit and all that.
Yeah.
But you never know, it's, hey, like kind of like going back to the quote last week, like you miss 100% of the shots like you don't take. So man took a shot, we'll see if it works out and
Yeah.
keep it going there. But okay, we'll see how it goes.
Stay tuned for that.
Yes,
Speaking of shots,
sir.
I think that came up on the conversation of me potentially getting some more help here.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's a
But
great transition.
I want to touch on that just because I mean it's going to be I guess 2 weeks apart from when you guys heard it on the pod to now that you guys get an answer. But I
Hmm.
did want to touch on it, not just leave it out there. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've kind of reevaluated things, and just the way things are for at least the rest of this year. I decided not to pull that trigger yet. I did reach out with him though and made that contact and basically let him know where I'm at with things, and
Hmm.
we've kind of left that as like just basically as I have him as a contact. He knows me, I know him,
Hmm.
and he's kind of there for
You didn't basically burn the bridge and say like, nah,
ex-
bro. Like it's something like, yo, I respect you. Just the way you kind of
yeah,
were vulnerable and explained the scenario, right?
exactly, yeah, pretty much. So, and he
Beautiful.
understands, and I mean, at the same time, he also said too, I'm just kind of like testing the waters too. I don't want to leave my really good job yet. Like,
Mm.
I want to make sure it works out. But, and regardless, maybe potentially, I mean, I'm not gonna possibly be hiring him. Well, I've decided I'm not gonna be right at the moment.
At the moment.
But I probably do want him, regardless, to come in and do some work for me.
Oh,
I'll still
okay.
pay him just to see where he's at,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that way I still know like if he's still a candidate for for the future. If
Got you.
so,
You kind of betting in yourself, kind of like, hey, come do some work, kind of like a
yeah,
freelancer, right? Not
yeah,
necessarily hiring them W-2 and shit like that,
no,
but
yeah,
be like, hey, man, I need some extra help out here.
yeah,
I'll give you, whatever, kind of like that, right?
and that way, yeah, and that way I know his work quality, and at the
I
same
like that.
time,
It's a good
when
plan.
it comes to actually needing someone, I know where he's at with work and how much time I have to spend training him and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I just want to touch on that. That's how that went. As of right now, it's just going to be probably just me and the helper I currently have for the rest of the year. We'll see.
Beautiful.
We don't ever know, but it is with what we just talked about, the economy and stuff like that. It is hard to take a big risk like that too, and
Yeah,
especially
you got to be realistic. You
buying
can't
a
just be
house and having all the
optimistic.
expenses of
Yeah.
the house too. I mean, it's just not always a perfect world we live in. So that's just how it is. But yeah, I had that time to reevaluate now that I've been, getting some more time off on the weekend and stuff. And yeah, I was just kind of calculating, doing numbers and kind of just seeing what would
Hmm.
be the best beneficial for me and the company and
Hmm.
just overall my stress level too, man. It's
Oh, yeah.
shit taking on something like that. Shit, your stress be.
Yeah, that's a
S-
good point, bro.
and it's like, do you want to be in that position right now, like around the holidays and stuff like that? Or
Hmm.
I'm like, I
Or
don't know.
yeah, you said around the holiday, that's probably the worst time to be stressed
Exactly.
out and shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's very important. You got to think about yourself first. I mean, I've kind of learned to do that better now, obviously as I've gone through this journey, but you definitely kind of have to put yourself first and then go from there. And yeah, just what's going to be best for you. And like I said, at the same time, I already have a worker, so I'm putting him at
Hmm.
risk too with it. It's not
I
just
didn't even
like
consider that.
myself. So it is a lot of shit. So
No, I commend you for like even not necessarily like letting it affect you. Like, damn, I want to grow so like fast, and you actually took like the time to sit down, like you said, work out the numbers, see kind of you put basically factored a lot like shit. I don't even think about like you said, like even
yeah,
just your like current employee, like you don't want to take too much away from him either, especially since he's been so amazing and all that. So
yeah,
no, yeah, good shit, bro.
yeah, yeah. We're working on it. So But we'll keep you guys tuned, of what changes and what goes on. Regardless, I mean, you guys are part of the journey, so um,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. We'll keep, as always, updating you guys and letting you know if any new opportunities knock or if there's certain, things and all that coming up. But yeah, bro, that's good. Okay. Well, with that being said, I feel like I think this week actually, I feel like we haven't really been talking about AI too much anymore. I feel like it was really a strong component.
it was very strong at the beginning, right?
100%.
It was definitely at its peak for sure when this pod started. When
Mm-hmm.
we started this,
100%. And I don't want it to be just like, oh, it was the hottest topic at the moment. Like, let's forget about it.
yeah,
Because since AI has came out, I swear to God, I use that shit every day, bro. Like, I think I did bring up that I purchased ChatGPT 4,
yeah,
like the upgraded version. I'd be using Google Bard a lot too, because that has like the accurate, like to date data. And
okay,
they keep essentially just revamping that shit, bro. Like each time there's a new update, there's new update, new update. And I got to the point where I'm so good at like doing this description shit
hmm
and like the names now. Holy fuck, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. I could edit a pod, I could write the description, and I could come up with the names. I promise you all that in like 2 hours.
damn,
I swear to you. Like I'm fucking
shit,
going quick with it. But like I'm leveraging as much AI as
yeah.
possible.
I feel like that's how I was when I first got the AI programs
Mhm.
that I've been using.
Yeah.
It's honestly a miracle because fuck, before that shit, fuck. Well, I remember
Oh
you,
my
bro. You
God.
be
I was trying to
it was a whole week process for you, huh?
dude, I would spend 2 hours, like almost a day at the beginning, and then
Yeah,
obviously I would get better. Maybe it was like an hour, like on average. But I would take about like literally an hour, hour and a half for to edit 20 minutes, bro, of the podcast audio. And that
God,
shit was fucking me up. Like literally, I was just
yeah.
like, I don't regret it either because I feel
No,
like hearing it back did also provide a hidden value. Speaking of hidden values,
hmm
and that would be listening to myself again and again. And I feel like I don't really say ums and hums. Like I still say them, like I'm fucking human and shit. But I feel like I'm just like I feel like it was kind of like a grading thing. Each time I would listen, I would come back, edit it, and be like, oh, this time didn't say him as
because
much.
you know it's gonna save you more time editing too. You're like, I don't
That's
want to keep, I don't want to keep saying the same shit. How to edit out.
that's a good point too.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's just something again, just that just kind of I just got better
No,
in it,
but it's like the whole thing. Like I said, go back to don't own a restaurant and I know how to cook. Like you got to know the fundamentals of it. And I feel like it's
Yep.
good that we both experienced that. Like I went through freaking watching the video once and then twice after it was edited, and then same thing. You listening over and over, and then but now we know like what we need to have it look like and sound like to
Yep.
be our quality and our standards. So, but now, yeah, it's a fucking breeze.
Oh yeah, it's crazy
I'm
now,
about the
huh?
same.
Yeah.
I'm about like an hour and a half.
Around there, huh?
Uh huh.
For everything.
So
That's
that's
good, bro. But yeah, well, I guess with that being kind of said, now that we have more time, I know we've been trying to work on like the shorts and shit. Just life has been crazy. Edgar's been sick.
yeah,
I've been just kind of all over the place as well. So yeah, we'll kind of work on the shorts. We kind of had a hiccup. Well, I guess that's kind of why, to be honest. It's not that
yeah,
we've been lazy or procrastinating. It's we did find a thing that I'm pretty sure we brought it up, right? That are essentially our was it our
yeah,
mouse were what would you say it's syncing correctly
yeah. It
or
wasn't in sync because obviously this is a one audio we're recording on our P4 over here recorder,
yeah.
and then obviously the camera's recording the video, but it's also recording its own sound. Anyways, and it links the sound. They links the video
Hmm.
with us with the sound that records, but it's about like I said, 8 feet away. Um, Sometimes there's an echo. Sometimes there's a cooler going on in here. So I feel like that stuff was like mixing something up. Anyways, now we got it directly, the camera recording directly from the same source that the mics are coming from. So this is gonna be the first test, and hopefully this is the fix to all this. But yeah, basically our mouse weren't in sync 100% with
Yeah.
the audio, and sometimes with these AI programs we were using to give us some reels and shorts and stuff, they weren't 100% to our standard, I guess I would say. Um,
Yeah, 100%. Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, we do want to grow and all that shit, but we don't want to just put out trash content where it's like we're talking and whatever the fuck, and then like the video whatever is like back. Like, I feel
yeah,
like I don't know. I feel like that I believe in first impressions. I know you do too,
yeah,
and we don't want to give the first impression that like shit's just gonna be ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
If you watch it once and it's ass, you're not gonna keep watching. Like you know what the
yeah,
expectations are the rest of them. So
bingo. There you go. That's just humans are. We base things off first expression. So
yeah,
knowing that, we'll definitely take advantage of that. So this should actually be the first one, right?
yeah.
That is pretty
And then
pretty dope.
I was telling you,
Right?
ironically, after our last Wednesday pod,
Mm-hmm.
I was checking through my emails, and the company that I use, I always forget the name, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
does
no
the
worries.
reels. They updated their AI program, so now it's their 2.0, which actually allows you to put in just a regular MP4 video, which back then you had to put a link off a YouTube channel for it to make you the reel. So I'm sure that had something to do also with downgrading the video quality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I hope this is just the fix to it, and after this, we can go what we said, like literally upload one every day or some
Yeah,
shit.
just whatever. We'll see. Obviously, we're
Um,
still getting better too. We're not perfect and shit like that.
yeah,
So, yeah, we just that was just another hump in the road, and well, we're gonna definitely did set us back a little bit, but
yeah,
in terms of us growing and continue doing it didn't affect us. We're still growing. We're still
mm,
getting better. Maybe the previous content about I don't know 7, 8 podcasts ago, it's not going to be as great as the shit we're producing now,
yeah.
and it's going to be even better content. So, yeah, like shit happens
Yeah,
basically,
at the end of the day, we all have normal lives aside from this, so it's not like
Yep.
we're putting everything into this the whole day. We both have our full time jobs and our lives we live. So, but yeah, we're definitely working on it for you guys, and hopefully, this is the fix for it, and
100%.
start getting you guys some more content, and possibly even some like little sneak peeks of like future content coming out. Because now that we're able
Mm,
to upload the just
video.
the MP4 video, yeah,
Yeah.
I could literally this video you guys will be seeing it, in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
But essentially tomorrow I could already upload a short or something of
Yeah, you have
the
this.
of new content. So
Holy shit.
yeah,
That's crazy, bro.
so stick around to see stuff like that. I mean, maybe you may get some stuff before everybody else does. So
Yeah, 100%. Oh my God. This is
so
like exciting, bro. So
yeah,
something like again, we just basically got to work on it and keep doing. So yeah, that'll be the next step. I'll keep working on the website. I haven't added too much just because I feel like it's been a slow process. We have the 3 articles on there. I guess if for whatever reason someone's interested in reading 3 random articles.
yeah,
But yeah, bro, just I've been kind of doing the same. Just kind of I guess quickly update. Just even if I don't talk about it, I'm still kind of learning the whole SEO shit. Invested some more time in there. I'm learning audits.
hey,
Like,
someone's watching, man.
hey, I appreciate that, bro. But yeah, bro, just basically learning right now. Like I've been obviously learning like what makes the ranking factors, what do you have to do, things like that. But now I'm learning how to like audit like a bunch of shit, like your websites, the content on the websites,
Okay.
backlinks. So I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't know this was gonna be so complex before I started. But this shit is like complicated, and that's not even the bad part. 'Cause cool, whatever. Like
Yeah.
I'll learn it. My thing that fucks me up is the time it
That's,
fucking takes. I wish I guess it's
yeah.
the instant gratification, but I just want to see that whatever I'm doing is I'm doing it right. I don't want to figure out that I'm doing some wrong shit like in 3 months is my point.
Yeah. I
You know
feel
what
you
I'm saying?
there.
Like maybe I don't want to necessarily get the reward right away. I just want to know if I'm doing this shit right, I
Yeah.
guess you could say. But
Well,
yeah.
it's almost like if you could have like one example of like
Hmm.
here's everything I know. I did it. Is
Yeah.
this good? Like, is it gonna work? If so, then
I could start doing it for people. I
I'll be
don't want
paid.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I don't want to just give out trash. Exactly what we're trying to do with the podcast, where we don't want to put out reels that are like freaking trash. I don't want to put out trash. We don't want to put trash out.
Yeah.
Like, there's too
That's
much trash in the world.
yeah.
Fuck.
I mean that's just who we are too, though. I mean, some
Yeah.
people don't give a shit, but
Yep.
we're definitely a little different breed here.
Mm.
Um. But yeah, man. I don't know. Just patience, bro. It's just
I'll keep doing it, but sometimes I ain't gonna lie to you. It
he
gets
said,
hard,
but
bro. I'm gonna be honest, dude.
yeah,
Like sometimes I'm be honest
yeah,
with you. It's like it fucks me up, bro. Like
yeah,
sometimes I just wanna just do my own thing and all that, but it's sometimes I just think it's kind of weird. I was messaging my boy Gio earlier. It's like it's literally a tug and pull. Sometimes I have the good days. Hell yeah, I see progress.
yeah,
Maybe I learned something awesome. Next day is like shit, bro. I don't want. Not that I want to do it, but it's just I'm just low.
yeah,
Like I have no hope. And then another day, boom, another day. Hey, we got this. So don't let anyone fool you that that this shit is just like oh hell yeah, we're fucking skyrocketing to the moon and shit. Like no, it's literally like hopefully
Yeah.
well for me, hopefully it's like this,
Yeah.
like it's going down and all, but it's like a steady like incremental going up type of trend. So but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on that, and yeah, just know we're working behind the scenes.
Shit, no, I appreciate you being transparent. I mean, I think need to see that too, because
Yeah,
they
bro.
get thinking, it's perfect, but it ain't sunshine and rainbows every day. So,
Hell no. If someone
uh,
tells you that, they're capping like a motherfucker. That's what
yeah.
I've realized. Everyone literally kind of goes through this. Would,
Oh,
would you
fuck.
say that, like, obviously you're already established and shit, but maybe for other areas of your life, or maybe particular things where it's like, damn, that's a good day. Oh shit, today's like,
Oh yeah.
fuck, like it's ups and
Yeah,
downs. It's
literally.
part of life. Is kind of what I'm
Shit.
realizing. Shit.
It's almost fucking weekly at sometimes, but sometimes it's good for a month, sometimes it's good for a couple months. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's just the way it is. But
Yeah.
you just gotta learn to grab onto that, make the best out of it because it ain't gonna change and there ain't much you could do about it. So all you gotta do is just kind of fucking ride it.
Yep. Bingo. Well, shit, man. That was kind of it for me. If my boy Edgar has any closing thoughts or anything like that, like shit, let me know, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same, bro. That was it.
Yep.
So hopefully by next week, I'm over this cold 100%,
Facts. We
and
got you.
we're back on back on track with everything else.
100%. Well, with that being said, thank you guys for joining us on another episode of the Analytics Growth Podcast, episode 31. And yeah, keep submitting your questions, give us some feedback, and yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Huh?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Peace.